It's a whole new world. We're talking about Elton John. We're talking about music. We're talking about lizards. Well, we did talk about lizard, like a type of lizard, which is dinosaurs. And we're talking about all kinds of dangerous activities in the world of professional wrestling, black eyes, cuts with glass, barbed wire, scandal. It's going to be a beautiful time. Weekendateffys.com to get more information, early episodes, mini episodes, bonus content, and more fun. You can do it at weekendateffys.com. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to review us. It's 5. You have to put 5 stars, and then you can write your complaints after you put 5 stars. Listen up. Boom, 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 boom. It's a big week. We're not around last week because we were very busy, so busy. But we're back, and we're in the midst of a busy time. It's a busy time in spring. We're rebirthing. We're reliving. There's something in the air. Is it pollen?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's pollen in the air. It's making me... Now, Bebop has taken an approach, I was told by an old medicine woman, Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, which was eat bees a little bit to get your allergies dealt with. He knows what's going on. He knows the conversation happening, and he just walked away. I don't know what to do to stop him, because every time he's outside, he tries to bite bees out of the air. But here's the thing. As of now, the bees are getting away. Now, the other day, one of them did not. And I feel really bad, but I do think that commercial pesticide use is actually a bigger problem for the bees than Bebop, my dog, who occasionally bites one out of the air. But I don't think he's helping. And I just want to say thank you to the bees, because I think they're helping him in his fitness journey, because he is jumping and thriving out there more than you could imagine, chasing the bees and trying to jump in the air. And it really shows off how slender he's become on his little diet. Now, when I was holding him the other day on here, I want to say the camera adds 10 pounds. He looked enormous, okay? Like, no shade, Bebop. You look great, honestly. But me holding him like a little chunker, it looked like I had the largest dog on the planet. And so for those of you out there that were concerned.
He's lost weight.
He's lost weight, but he was bunched up because he likes to sit on his ass in my lap.
Yeah.
And so it makes him a little bunchy boy. But he looks very slender right now. Here's the problem. Bebop has one of those faces that, like, no matter how fat his ass gets, he has a very slim little face. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're confused because when you're just looking at him in his eyes, when we look each other in the eyes, Jonas Brothers style, when you look me in the eyes, I know that he's my son. I know that he's my young boy, but I can't see how large his ass has gotten when I'm looking him in the eyes. So I have to pay attention to his ass. Now, just, it's fine. This is life. It's fine.
We've lost control.
We've lost control. Cranberry's yelling. This blanket's getting ripped apart. Lucy, you only have one blanket. They're going out. They're going out of style. Now, she was lovely last night. She cuddled with me and Cranberry and Bebop. And Bebop, at one point, he didn't get back in the bed until Lucy left, because he was like not going to get the space he wanted. And so he just slept on the bed on the floor.
It's not cotton candy, baby. She's just annihilating this blanket. Just one little tuft of fluff at a time. And now she is fighting. Acting like this is normal behavior. God. Bobby. All right, we're going to have to do the carrot trade-off. I'm not cutting any of this. This is all staying in. Oh. Flying Lotus just magically popping up on the Spotify in the background as if it wasn't listening to us talk. Listen to the mini-sode if you want to hear us talk about the really stellar Aaron Paul Flying Lotus sci-fi movie. I won't even name the other actor because they were just so incredibly bad in that movie. I don't... something Gonzalez, right? Eliza Gonzalez. She's terrible.
I'm rushing back over. I never want to be rude to women actresses because I don't know what they have to deal with.
I feel bad, but also
But you were so bad.
you were really not good.
Yeah, our mini-sodas, we are thrilled to be talking about Ash, it sounds like. And it's a good time.
Like, I literally felt it in every part of my DNA when she raised her arm at the beginning of the movie. I went, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is going to be bad.
You're overacting hand
motion.
movements?
It was...
Yeah.
And not just like how you would, if you were like really confused and the shadows following you, like, I don't know. It was just like, you can't see this on the podcast. You can see this on the video. We're going to have to cut it. I'm working on my hand acting. I kept looking over at AJ and just making this face. Just like blue steel. Because it was like, no matter what happened, they would cut into her. And even if she was crying, it was like blue steel face.
Yeah.
We should have, I don't know. I think we should have seen something else. I would have seen Mickey 17 again and felt better about it because that was a thrill ride. So if you want to hear more about movies, listen to the Patreon, weekendateffys.com. I have a new vlog on there that's pretty wild. Goes a little crazy. I don't realize, like, I think it's good that I'm taking a little time between these because it really builds up the amount of weird locations in a month I'm seeing. That's like, it just goes off the rails. It's great. And someone asked if I was ever going to like narrate the vlog. Do you think that I should try? Because it's chaos.
I think it would be funnier to have you like do a supercut after where you have to sit down and do live commentaries over the top of the vlog.
Okay. I think that's fair. They're pretty crazy. They go a little off. Weekendateffys.com to sign up. Your support is greatly appreciated. We are an ad-free show. Besides this ad for, what do we want to advertise? Oh, Sun-Kissed Orange. When you order Coca-Cola Orange Dream and they don't have it in stock, they just send you this. And that's what you have to drink 3 cases of because you were trying to honor the sale and you were excited to have like a little Coca-Cola time, but it's not happening. Sun-Kissed Orange, this shit it's kind of like Fanta. It is very orange in this house right now. We've got a lot of things coming up, and people want to know all about them. We're going to talk about a lot of those things today, but I'm going to get right into it, Peter. Do we have any questions from our audience this week?
Real quick before we hop into questions, though, I do want to highlight that the Patreon has voted, and we will be watching The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari for the Patreon.
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari? Isn't this a real famous film?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I have to play the piano on the side since this is a silent film? Mm-hmm. These are silent film choices? All right. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari? Calamari.
Thank you so much to our friends at Movie John for putting
Movie
polls
John
together.
That's Movie JAWN if you're new to the block.
The Movie John has it is
blowing up.
Easier to see them than not in person live.
Yeah.
I will post all of their upcoming live stuff.
Now, are you adding to the Substack soon?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So, I didn't mean to throw that on you. I was going to help write part of it for our misadventures.
I'll do that.
Today I have a big task ahead of me of making sure the Big Gay Brunch is on all of the local Las Vegas sites. I just got the flyering done. Here's what I'm trying, right? There's a lot of people coming into town for WrestleMania, and that's cool. But there's a lot of people in Las Vegas that would have fun at a gay wrestling show. And so we're trying to get a little closer to the Las Vegas locals, to the local gay community, to especially for Pero, the local bear community. So I think, we're going to be flyering up some clubs, flyering up some bathhouses, flyering up some gay events, and letting people know, like, this is what we're about, and this is our heart, and our dreams are coming true. And I want to pack the place out for Big Gay Brunch. And I'll tell you what, we've got to bring some people in from Vegas to do that. That's the magic. That's the real magic. Either way, it's fine. Listen, you do so much, Peter. You're wonderful. You're great. You take your time on things. More so, I was asking because I need to get my dates in order.
Yeah, I'll ask for what I need from you on that.
Okay, good. We're gonna try to provide it in a timely manner.
Didn't mean for that to actively stress me out, but
I think you're a little stressed out right now. I think that's okay.
Not enjoying.
Yeah. We're going to make it joy. We're bringing joy out today. The joy is coming through. I might make a chicken breast. I'm going to take you to work. It's going to be a great day, okay? We're making the most. Look at Robert. Robert, my young son. Sometimes I call him Robert when he's looking dapper, when he's a dapper little dandy. He's running away now. He's running away. He's gone away. My young son. Oh, he's been captured. He's been captured. He doesn't mind the capturing at all.
He straight up bit me on the face the other day.
Was it hard though?
It was hard. It
Okay.
did not feel good.
Bobby, don't do that. I don't want him to not bite. Is that bad? I think he's crazy. I can hear him moaning from here.
He just makes his little mole sounds, his little rodent sounds.
You are, oh my gosh. If. It's on video, bro.
Ow.
It's on video,
Right,
bro.
whatever,
You were only
whatever.
trying to be coddled like a baby. Little rats they are.
I think I may have to put together a super cut of their water times in the backyard.
Yeah, that's. I think that's top footage.
In Cranberry, this new construction equipment in the
Oh,
backyard.
the dig. She's a deep dig girl now.
Well,
she
because
used to dig.
that wheelchair will hold her in place, so she can really get those
Yeah.
front paws moving and just put everything in
And
the
just
bag.
cover it in dirt. She used to, when we lived in Tallahassee, I think it was the second house we lived at when it was 3 of us in this house. So we had the cat there too, which was great. She would go in the backyard and dig up under this shed we had and would occasionally try to fight snakes. So I would see snakes in the yard and she would be trying to fight them, which I just don't think is a good idea.
No.
Even if she's successful, like there's just too much risk of my dog now got bit. She's crazy though. She has a history of being a wild dig girl. Are y'all just sniffing each other's ears? Real weirdo shit. Y'all were fine last night, cuddling on top of each other, pushing me out of the bed. That was what I was dealing with. That's the motive that they were working against me. And I said, no. We're not doing that.
I came and got Lucy last night at like 2:30, and she had to figure out how to remove herself from the bed. It wasn't like an obvious. It like took her a second. And I saw her get up at one point, and she was maneuvering around everybody.
There's a lot of blankets. Yeah. You got to be ready. Hey, come here.
Lucy.
This is like hot. Come on.
Well, I hope everyone else is maintaining, feeling balanced. I'm not.
Gringo Loco messaged yesterday and goes, ask Peter what the fuck is going on. This is too much. That's what it felt like.
It's so we have we're in the middle of eclipse season. Eclipse season typically makes people feel like they're not actually touching the ground. Like it's very like I'm floating a couple of inches. There's not much I can do to actually like I haven't been able to hold on to the world in a little bit is kind of what that feeling is. And a Venus retrograde, which is like Mercury retrograde on steroids.
Yeah.
And then actual Mercury retrograde. Both of those happening in the same 2 signs of Aries and Pisces. So that's concentrated there.
Uh-huh.
We have Pluto just switched signs. We're getting used to that one. We have Neptune about to switch signs on Friday, which is going to be one of the wildest bits of energy that any of us, like stuff that you and I have felt for most of our lives, and for a lot of people, the entirety of their lives, is shifting out. Oh. And then we have one more this summer when Uranus switches signs.
So it's going to get weird.
It's going to get weird.
All right,
now, the one
already
thing I will
weird.
say is that eclipses tend to be king killers. It tends to knock out people in leadership.
Huh.
I just found out that the long time, like almost decade long manager over at the other store that I work at, the other location, just fucking quit.
Well, the kings are slayed. I'm hoping that's for alternate
That's
kings.
me trying to find the positivity.
We're
in
finding
any
positivity.
of that.
And you know what? We're going to start a Signal group chat to make sure all of our plans are known.
It's the funniest shit ever. Also, can we just, because I want to make light, but also I can only make darkness while making light at the moment. Could we talk about the bagpipe scuba diver.
Okay, we have to talk about
because I feel that this is
I'm gonna
a
consider
true
this
crime
your
story
Patreon
just
question.
popped up into our backyard.
Okay, so we're in. This is in Decatur.
I want to preface all of this. I know these are actual human beings that
I'm going to tell you a
going
story.
on.
If the description is dead son in a treehouse and dead bagpipe player, there's
From
something
a
we need
scuba
to know.
diving incident.
Well, scuba diving's very dangerous, and you've got to have lung power, which is why they're pointing out he is a bagpipe player. Because think about, if you're a bagpipe player, you should have steel lungs. How could you get dead in a scuba accident if it wasn't someone pulling the switches and malleating the tanks? You remember that movie Underwater with the We Can't Breathe?
Yeah.
The Last Breathing?
Yeah, the last breathing.
Yeah. So think about that for a second, how scary that is.
Ben from Movie John commented, is this just underwater on my review of that movie? And I was in too bad of a mood. I didn't even respond.
Oh, no.
And both those movies made me upset.
I loved Underwater. Are you kidding me? With Kristen Stewart?
No.
It had Cthulhu.
No, that's debatable.
It had Cthulhu.
That's debatable.
It was a crazy Lovecraftian horror that opened up from a B-movie premise. There's nothing better.
Okay, so this guy was the bagpiper of Decatur.
So he was known.
He was known.
I
for
had never
playing-
run into him.
I had never run into him either, but he was known for playing bagpipes at like weddings, birthdays, funerals.
He was the
that
guy
sort-
you go
he was-
to. We
Which
got a
bagpipes
Scottish
are
tradition.
historically,
funerals.
famously, but really difficult, right? Like that's not an easy instrument.
It's not, and it takes a lot of the air control and the
Yeah.
sack control, and you're playing, so you're
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of motion.
And it's the you remember that human giant joke? The hardest part of rollerblading is telling your parents that you're gay, and it has them actually sit down with their parents and tell them.
Well, okay, so what do you...
It's the same thing with bagpipes. The hardest thing about being a bagpipe player is people knowing that you play the bagpipes.
the easiest thing's cleaning your underwear, because in a kilt, you ain't got to wear none, ever,
true.
okay? Talking true Scotsman, brother. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Saw one of those one time in New Orleans. Gets crazy down there. Here's the question. I bring up the cop funerals thing to say, is there a conspiracy here?
I think there's a conspiracy because when you look at the article, it is celebration of life. Oh, he was a pillar of the community. He played the bagpipes. He was a lawyer.
But
He
they
had
found
5
his
kids.
mummified son.
But they found he has a son that went missing at the age of 28, who hasn't been seen in 4 years. That when said bagpiper died, and mind you, he's also like a lawyer, like he's an attorney, like big hotshot, whatever.
Bagpipe
able
lawyer.
to,
It's the sequel to the Lincoln Lawyer.
So he's on vacation in Hawaii, dies in a scuba diving accident. They go to his place of residence. His family goes to his place of residence to start sorting out his affairs, and they find the skeletal remains of the dead son that's been missing for 4 years.
Shouldn't have made fun of the bagpipes.
In the treehouse in the backyard.
But maybe the dad didn't even know. Maybe this was he hadn't gone to that treehouse.
There's no like photos of the treehouse or the house or the property.
Why don't we go out there?
But it's Decatur. It's still a city of Atlanta. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like rural.
No, it's like a
I can't
city.
think of a treehouse that would like when I'm thinking of this house, the thing I'm thinking of is Beetlejuice 2, the dead boy in the treehouse.
Yeah, Beetlejuice 2. Well, okay. Do you
Is
think
that
it's like
movie
an
not
urban
just still
treehouse?
rolling around in your brain months later?
It's not. It's left my fucking Monica Bellucci though. Great job as a zombie woman, evil zombie woman. When we were walking towards Cabbagetown, there's that one house with a tree house, but it's like kind of like they're built together, urban style. And I'm thinking this could be a tree house. It's like kind of close to the house.
Yeah.
And I mean, distance enough to where I guess, how did it not smell? Did he preserve it?
Yeah, that's my question. And
Maybe
they're like when I looked at the comments on the Reddit post, it was people going, okay, so we're just ignoring the fact that they found the body of his son. Like, is that?
Well, and it's like an adult age. Like 28 is you're an adult, and so how do you end up in the treehouse from your childhood home with your bagpipe dad? And then I'm thinking the Hawaiian Yakuza could be involved. because they are known to do scuba
Is that
accidents.
like Pirate Yakuza? Is this the same?
Well, it's like Hawaii helps them like
I don't know
transition
anything about
business
the Yakuza
between the
video
U.S.
games.
and
I just
the.
know that there's one that's called Pirate Yakuza.
Yeah. It's a new one. It has Samoa Joe in it. He's so sick in there, and he's like, "I'm Samoa Joe, and I'll beat your ass." It's really silly that they had Will Arnett do the voice of Sweet Tooth because Samoa Joe's voice is so good and deep and Samoan and like, "I'll beat you to death." But I guess, Will Arnett needed the job, but he couldn't be Sweet Tooth. But that's the thing is like Joe could have done both. But I guess he's just, happy to get SAG health insurance. I don't think they're getting wrestling health insurance that they're not having to pay a bunch into. Yeah, give me 2 more SAG gigs so I can get the full insurance, please. I would need that. It would be nice. Insurance prices are going up, and they don't do anything. Every time I go and have to get insurance stuff done, I still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
What are we doing? All right, so he's in the treehouse, mummified. So he's been there a long time. Maybe he just forgot, or maybe he took so many chemicals that like mummified him, and he never stinky. Or do you think he blowed the fire with the bagpipes?
The other thing that popped up in that article is that he was an amateur fossil guy. So maybe he understands something about preservation when it comes to dead bodies.
Do you think he concreted him so the flesh would get concreted off? I don't know. We'll never know. Or we will.
If updates pop up, we'll
Who's discovering? Who's doing the... Do we have to go research? Is this becoming a murder podcast? God damn it. I've been waiting for this day.
I know.
Let's go discover. Let's go discover our 10-part series. We're going to win a fucking... What do you win for podcasts?
Webbies?
We're going to win a fucking Webby, okay? We're winning. That's our fucking key. We have to solve this mystery. And it's going to... The last episode with the soft, somber guitar where we're like, they're both gone now, and does it really matter if we found the truth? Because it's just a tragedy through and through when we're recapping all the things we learned. What about Kathy? When Kathy comes in episode 7 and you're like, she definitely did something.
Okay. His love of bagpipes developed as a child growing up in Hong Kong. I'm not saying that you can't just casual grow up in Hong Kong. I did casual grow up in Nairobi, Kenya.
But usually there's a reason you're there. Mm-hmm. And why are there bagpipes in Hong Kong? Is this a real Hong Kong thing I've missed out on?
I don't know.
Culturally, when I think of Hong Kong, I don't think of the bagpipe players of Hong Kong. But maybe there's a... I don't know. Like maybe the Irish jig music is big over there. Do us a Hong Kong style Irish jig.
He was the founding member of the Atlanta Pipe Band, which formed in 1970. The band has performed such dignitaries such as Presidents Carter, Bush, Prince Charles, Gorbachev, and the Dalai Lama.
This guy's a secret agent. He had to take his son out because his son had the info. He was working underground CIA, and then the Trump administration sent in the Hawaiian Yakuza to take him out on the scuba accident to make it look like an accident.
They're just not even mentioning anything.
He knew presidents from his bagpipes. This is the most like James Bond cover-up I've ever heard in my life. He was a secret government agent asshat. I stand by.
Yeah, this is okay. So post everything update at the end of the article after not mentioning anything other than the first mention of it at the top. Update: numerous readers have asked questions about the circumstances surrounding the death of France's son. Decatorish has contacted the family to request more details. Like that's it.
They just are like, we're looking into it, kind of.
And then they have a statement at the bottom of the set that's just a police statement saying that they responded to the residents.
What if someone else in the family had his bones,
and when they check it out if you really wanted.
Yeah, let's go. If they moved the bones in there after the dad died, so they could be like, oh my God, he must have done this too. But really, it was Aunt Kathy.
You know who we need on this case?
Who?
Benoit Blanc. I had to think of his name.
What's it? Who is he?
Knives Out.
Oh, is he? Oh, Benoit Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about that podcast guy from Atlanta. What's his name?
I don't.
You know what I'm talking about?
The how does stuff work, guys? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's another one, and he's got a Payne Lindsay.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get Payne Lindsay on this. Payne Lindsay You have to solve the bagpipe case. We're here to help. We're your on the ground agents. Payne Lindsay, we're ready. Payne Lindsay, call me. I'm not scared of anything that smells bad. I'm not scared of blood. I'm not scared of dead flesh. I'm not scared of any of that. I actually won't eat the bodies. If you talk to my friends, they'd say I might be a cannibal. It's not true. So just know it's safe in our hands. We can do this. We can solve the bagpipe mystery of the dead son treehouse body. But I think it was Kathy. And I'll tell her to her fucking face.
All right, let's hop into questions.
Okay, good.
We have a lot of questions this week. Let's start with Joshua. What is your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur? Hey Siri, what's that dinosaur with a big old club on its tail? Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus. You know what I'm talking about? Got a low boy with a dome head, got a big club tail, looking like a tank low boy, like a turtle crocodile man. Mm-hmm. Love him. Love the Ankylosaurus. Peter, what's your favorite dinosaur?
I like those ocean dinosaurs.
Oh, like a plesiosaurus?
Yeah.
Hey Siri, what's a plesiosaurus? I want to see if I got this right.
Oh no, you are correct.
Oh, dinosaur knowledge. I think Allosaurus cool. That's like a T-Rex on steroids. Like T-Rex was smaller than you think, but it was big. But Allosaurus was bigger. And then I like the spoonbills. Love a spoonbill. The way they would fish with the spoonbill, similar to a crane or an ostrich would. And then velociraptors aren't real. I don't think. Didn't they make those up?
I believe so.
Yeah, or like the real velociraptors were like chicken sized or something. But I think Jurassic Park fucked our brains up with it. But then the one they made with where they were doing the auction to make it a weapon and they bioengineered it, that one, not my favorite dinosaur. It's not even a real dinosaur. Okay, that was a false dinosaur. Plesiosaurus is sick. What about the flying ones? What about like a pterodactyl? No, not into it. You don't think that'd be the coolest to see like in person?
Terrifying.
What if it was your friend? Let's say Nigel Thornberry style.
So we're talking about like How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon, you've got a pterodactyl. 8 feet wide.
I'm just not interested in flying.
You wouldn't ride around on this thing?
No.
Up to Kroger? You could hook the groceries on its
Can
little...
we walk to Kroger?
With the pterodactyl?
See, I'm super into the idea of like a riding dinosaur.
Okay, I'm into that
not
too.
A flying.
But do you want like a
dinosaur.
2-footed like up on a chocobo from Final Fantasy?
I want the really tall one that can bend its neck down and then raise me up. Though I guess this is also kind of getting into the height thing as well. Maybe I want an elephant.
I think you do want an elephant. And I think historically you have a family
We got enough room in the backyard for an elephant. Think about how cute the dogs would be with an elephant.
Oh. Do you think? Well, the elephants can tell if it's I don't think they would hit them, but I think they would pick Bebop up with their trunk.
Probably.
And do you think fake eating Bebop would be a funny thing that they would do as a trick?
Yeah.
Because they'll do like I fake ate your hat. I've seen that one.
I fake ate your dog.
I fake ate your dog, and he actually likes it in there. He likes the warmth of the elephant's mouth, so he just hangs out. You're like, "Where's Bebop? He's been gone for a day," but it's because he fucking. He's been in the
elephant.
What a little rat boy. That's what I would say. I'd say, there's my little rat boy. He's an elephant boy now. Do you think he would become aquatic? What do you think about the mermaid theory?
What mermaid theory?
Well, that the current species of humans were apes that went aquatic, that evolved out of the water, and that's why we're not really built for land, and we can breathe underwater we used to have gills.
What does it do for me now?
Okay. If you eat more fish, it'll bring you in tune to the earth.
Okay.
But we got to watch out for mercury poisoning.
I
love what we did with what?
Jeremy Piven ate too much sushi.
Oh, yeah. He got the mercury poisoning. He was just eating sushi 4 or 5 times a day, just nonstop. I do like what we did with dinosaurs as far as making them into chickens.
He was running that studio. He was running that agency.
He was helping everybody get to the top. He got the Aquaman film out. This is huge. Don't watch Entourage. Don't fucking do it. I can't
remember who it was. I think it might have been Chris Gethard. Referred to taking movie roles that are like just for the money as Vinny chasing.
Vinny chasing your bag. Vinny chasing the bag. Listen, honestly, why didn't his career take off after that? Wasn't he placed to be a Hollywood megastar? Is it because he was bad at acting?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What about Turtle? Turtle should have gotten some roles.
Turtle runs like a restaurant, I'm pretty sure.
That sounds like a good old-fashioned Sopranos cover-up business that you would do if you were running cigarettes across the border illegally. You know what I mean?
Oh, I just went to the Entourage Wikipedia.
Entouragepedia. Is there a whole like website for that? Entouragepedia?
He's in Power Book 2. Ghost.
Whoa. See, he's in everything. Isn't that a Tyler Perry thing? Or is it not? It might be.
Power is.
Or is it Oprah's network?
Courtney A. Kemp?
I don't know. What network does it come out on?
I don't know. What is it? It's on Stars.
Stars. Oh, so this is like a big time show.
Isn't it 50 Cent though?
Is it? That's sick. Good for him. You know he owns Vitamin Water? There's no vitamins in the water. It's just called that as a name. Like, which I think is the funniest business idea to have. Oh God. I've been back in the gym heavily.
So it's Courtney A. Kemp and Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the star of Candy Shop and 50 Cent Blood in the Sand.
She was a Good Wife writer.
Ah, The Good Wife.
That show is fucking huge.
Yeah. We love The Good Wife and what she does because she helps people. Right?
I never watched that.
All right, might be time to take it in.
What if there was a good wife?
Is that the tagline of the show? Oh, what if your wife was good? I don't like the implication of that setup there, if I'm being honest. All right, do we have any other questions?
We have lots of questions.
Oh, good.
What is the best spring activity?
Walking dogs.
Yeah.
You just see the flowers change. There's a lot of dead flowers falling from the trees because the spring is sprung. Mm-hmm. And it's hot and it's sunny. The dog's like walking around. That's the best spring activity.
That perfectly segues into our next question. Thank you, Julie, for that one. Do you guys have a fun dog park in your area? We would have a fun dog park literally around the corner, but...
Yeah, it's been changed from being a dog park, which, I understand as a business decision.
Poop.
But poop is everywhere.
Pick your
There's
poop
food.
up.
Pick your poop up or eat it. I don't know. Don't eat it. Don't eat the poop. Maybe we turn our house into a dog park.
I think our house is a dog park.
Yeah, but more dogs.
More dogs.
But not ours. Like
okay,
we don't
what's
have
the next dog?
What?
What's the next dog?
Oh no.
I look at those rescue things.
You can't do it.
Time.
What about that? I found out that little dog was in Dubai, the little wheelchair dog. Otherwise, that dog would be here. Because that dog can't eat more than 3 kilos.
From Dubai?
Oh my God, the one that can drive?
Yeah.
I could use a driving orangutan. Yeah. Give him a golf cart, take us around. They'd let him go to the movies, right? If we got him an A-list, we'd have to get him an ID.
We could put little outfits on him.
Yeah, that's my son. That's my daughter. And we'd hold hands. And the thing is, if they want to hold hands, you better hold hands because they can rip your arms out. Mm-hmm. So you got to and don't get the bad seats because orangutans hate sitting too close to the screen. They want to be able to see everything and throw popcorn at people and dig popcorn off the floor and eat that too. We're trying to get an orangutan. So if anybody has a hookup on orangutans, I heard they can also do basic chores and tasks. Orangutan chasing Bebop with a vacuum. Pretty good visual. I'd buy the rights to the show immediately. Yeah. It'd be like a Hogan Knows Best, but it'd be the orangutan owns us. And we just so we brought in the orangutan and she's kind of in charge now of everything. We're not allowed to go in that room. Oh God. And that's us on the show. I think it'll be good.
Thank you, Danny, for that question. This is from Anthony. How did the conversation go with Zack Sabre Jr. about him being on Big Gay Brunch?
This is incredible because Zack Sabre Jr. was like, I'm all about it, mate. I want to do this show. If you can work it out to get my flight back to Japan, I'll fucking kiss you on the lips, mate, right live on the screen. So me and Brett searched and searched to find a flight that would get him back in time for his New Japan show. And he was just literally like, if you like, I want to do it so bad. I want to be on the show. This is incredible. Please let me come do it. And we found the flight. We worked it out, and New Japan approved everything. They were wonderful. We've actually, I just want to say, like, positively, once again, push of positivity, getting everyone approved on these shows, Max the Impaler, Zack Sabre Jr., Abaddon, everyone has been gracious and accommodating and let everybody through. And I'm very excited that, you know, at least they can see that this brand of Effy is helpful, not harmful. So hopefully, you know, more people are allowed to come through that door without my name besmirching the situation, which, I mean, like, I understand. I talked to Allie about this the other day, and she said, girl, you know the deal. And I said, I know the deal. But it's wonderful to see them working with me to make these shows awesome, and see myself, you know, treat this thing a little differently than I would treat just Effy, because, boy, I'll eat some shit if I want to eat it.
Well, speaking of eating shit, what did the cannibal do after he dumped his girlfriend?
Oh, no, what?
He wiped his butt.
Because she's a dump?
Yeah.
You hated that. You
Thank
hated
you,
reading that out loud.
Heather.
You hated reading that out loud.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. We're testing Peter today. This is fantastic. It's the life test. It's an altering life test.
Okay, here's a good one. What's your favorite Coen Brothers movie and why? It's the fucking bagpipe son in the backyard treehouse, like 100%.
The mummified
I know it
son
hasn't
in
come
a
out
tree.
yet. They haven't reunited officially.
Yeah, but they're gonna reunite.
They're gonna reunite, and it's gonna be for the bagpipe.
Driveway Dolls
fossil.
was really fun. Maybe
didn't
we should
watch
do.
it.
You didn't?
No, there's certain things I decided to be curmudgeon-y about for no real reason
Yeah.
whatsoever, other than I just want to be curmudgeon.
I think
saw
double
one bad review about someone being annoying in it, and I liked the person that they said was annoying, so I didn't watch it.
No, it's perfect and silly and fun.
Because I love her. What's her? Rachel Sennott? Sano?
Rachel Sennott?
Isn't she in that?
I think it's Margaret Qualley.
Oh, is it Margaret Qualley?
I think it's
like
Margaret
her
Qualley.
too.
Yeah, I think
That's probably
playing a very Rachel Sennott role.
Okay.
But Margaret Qualley doing a weird Southern accent. And also, I forgot her name. It's Jonah Hill's sister. Bernstein, Feldy Bernstein.
Jonah Hill's sister?
Yeah, Feldy Bernstein.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear. She's hilarious.
I'm sure.
Okay, I think we double feature Banshees of Inisherin and Driveway Dolls.
Okay.
And I just make you do it. Otherwise,
What
we're
is-
watching.
What is a movie I've been trying to get you to watch?
Yeah, what is that? I
We
don't know.
have access to that Plex server now.
I
That
know.
seems to have a lot of stuff.
We're not supposed to tell anybody how we got access to the Plex server. We don't care.
Okay.
Here's the deal. If you come to my house, you got to leave a login. That's the rule.
Yeah. 100%.
Somebody was asking to be a guest on our podcast the other day.
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona. Oh my God. Don't do it, Matt.
Don't do it.
It's
not worth
dangerous.
it. It's not worth it.
What movie do you want me to
Because
watch?
we know this podcast ends in a murder-suicide, right?
Oh no. Is it that bad?
I mean, like 20 years from now.
Oh,
but,
okay.
like,
Yeah, that's fine. At that point, you know, if we're still
we'll be
podcasting,
grateful.
we'll be grateful. Will they investigate or will they know it was?
No.
All right, that's fine. I can see
They
it
will
happening.
find our bodies in a treehouse.
I
don't
just
know
wonder
whose
which way it
treehouse.
goes because my CTE
Oh,
is not getting
we're
better.
not. It's someone else.
Oh.
This is the third person hasn't been. It could be Bebop for all we know.
It could be Bebop. I don't know. I don't think Lucy would really pull the trigger.
No.
I think she'd.
Also, we've decided that Bebop is going to outlive us by at least 60 years.
It's like kind of crazy that even at average life length, he's got another 17
Yeah.
years. Like this is. I'm going to be with Bebop the rest of my life, and I feel really good about that. But I wonder who's going to handle the last 10 or 12 years of him. Is that dark? I feel good.
We're being dark. Okay, favorite Coen Brothers movie. Right now it's Burn After Reading because God damn it, there isn't anything more relevant.
Yeah, it is. It is the
Just
leakage.
the leakage this week and someone posting Brad Pitt going, "We've got your shit."
We've got your shit. We've got it. We're gonna
That
get
was
it.
fantastic. If you haven't, I know it's kind of like on the lower end of Coen Brothers.
Well, I
movies.
mean, speaking of
I
lower
do
end,
think the top, if I'm being completely
Yeah.
honest, Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar's
Hail
incredible
Caesar
and it's underappreciated. I haven't watched it in a few years. I want to watch it back again.
I watched it last year, and it was just
Good.
as good as ever.
I want to bring up one that no one likes that I really
the cum
enjoy.
joke in that movie, the oil cum joke.
I don't remember the oil cum joke specifically.
John Malkovich playing like the old corporate guy, and there's this like fantastic visual reveal, and it's just oil exploding, but it's a cum joke.
Good.
It's a great movie,
as it should be. It is a great movie, and I think it's a fun interplay if you're into like the Hollywood behind the scenes too, of just sort of how ridiculous everything is, and how everything is sort of walking on a tightrope to even happen in the first place because of reasons that have nothing to do with it, and it's just very much fun. I was just thinking about Malkovich and Opus, and I think that movie's going to be streaming in a week, so
okay, perfect.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's really fun,
see
though.
In theaters, but it just didn't quite get to
I know.
the time. And
I know.
Although I really wish I would have gone to see it instead of Ash. I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, that was, I don't know. The whole, thinking back on Opus, I had weird thoughts going in, and then I watched it, and I really latched to it. It was fun. I could see why people would hate it. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you like or hate. I give a shit about what I like or hate.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can guide you in the right direction, but I do think it will be on the server or somewhere on here.
I like these I feel like A24 hasn't done a ton of the comedies recently, which is part of why I'm excited for Death of a Unicorn. The main reason I'm excited for Death of a Unicorn is Anthony Carrigan, who I think is one super duper hot with that bald head of his.
Yeah.
To the funniest man who is
No,
ever walked
Hank.
the face of the planet. Like,
It's incredible.
So fucking
Cristobal.
funny.
When he would
He's
just say
supposed to be
Cristobal.
the standout from that movie.
I believe it. I hope he gets transformed into a unicorn. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
I think he's born
And then
to
we've
play
got
a
the Tim
unicorn.
Robinson, Paul Rudd.
Friendship.
Yeah,
Paul Rudd's in Death of a Unicorn too, which I think will be fun. Paul Rudd is, I think, done being Ant-Man.
No?
No?
They just announced that he's coming back for this.
Oh, let's go.
The party's over, y'all. Call it a day.
Let's go. You know the best part about the third Ant-Man movie? Nothing, if you look at the opening scene to the end scene, nothing actually happens the whole time.
You know what's insane?
There's
They
three.
made Ant-Man movies.
Ant-Man Quantumania. And they had that real good version
What was
of
the
Goodbye Yellow
second
Brick
one?
Road. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ooh, okay.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man Quantumania. There's a trilogy. You haven't seen any of them?
No.
They're so fun. Paul Rudd's
No.
hilarious. And who's the guy from he was on that Kevin Spacey show and he's bald? Corey something?
I don't know.
Maybe he
Who?
played Corey in the show.
Was he in Corey's?
No, he was not in Corey's. I don't know.
You said Kevin Spacey. It was
He
House
was
of
in
Cards?
He was in House of Cards. Mahershala Ali was too. You remember that? Isn't that crazy?
I didn't watch that show.
It's for
You
the
mean
best.
Peter Russo, who is like weird, like middle-aged substance for
No.
Peter Sarsgaard?
I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Carrie Stoll.
Yeah, Carrie Stoll.
Carrie Stoll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
But like maybe
He's great in it.
is he invited to the barbecue?
Corey Stoll?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
He looks like. I mean, maybe.
With facial hair, he looks like AJ.
Yeah. Well, that's AJ's very. AJ's mixed
He
in a
is
certain
a
direction.
handsome man. Oh
Yeah,
my
he
God.
is. I'm telling you, this guy's great. He's in Ant-Man Quantumania and Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and he gets turned into Kang,
The Wasp?
not Kang. What's the guy? And he's in the TV, and he's like, "I'm bad." Oh,
What?
you know, and he's like inside the tank with his head. Morlock. He's turned into Morlock. You know Morlock?
No.
And he's like, his brain's a TV.
What?
You've got to know Morlock.
No.
God, come on. Hold on.
I wasn't aware of Ant-Man as
Maybe
a
his name
character
isn't Morlock.
until they announced the movie, and even then it didn't sound real.
I'm going to tell you about Corey Stoll.
I'm so sorry.
MODOK,
if
not
there are
Morlock.
Marvel fans.
MODOK. He plays MODOK in the Quantum
Okay,
Man.
I'm not sorry anymore. This is
You don't want to see it?
no.
He looks like Humpty Dumpty.
What
Isn't that
is
funny?
This?
MODOK.
This looks like a fucking Terry Gilliam, like unchecked.
They have to go to the Quantum
with
Realm.
studio money.
They have to go to the Quantum Realm. It's the smallest Ant-Man's ever been. And they have to, and it's like, because
like
it's
this.
so microscopic.
Don't like this.
And it takes place in the microscopic world. MODOK is there. He dies, but he comes back as MODOK.
So we have 2 more questions.
Okay, great.
Okay. Driving. This is a long one. I'm going to read this. Driving to San Antonio with my daughter for SNME. I hear Chaperone on her mix. Where the fuck have I been? She jams. To me, she's like Lady Gaga, except actually gay and doesn't need the crazy costumes. She relies on her talent, makes me miss tagging along with my gay friends to bars, just the same energy and fun experience. Except I'm approaching middle-aged straight white dude and probably stick out now badly. That's why my gay friends are equally old and it takes a lot for anyone to leave the house. But yes, love Chaperone.
Okay, I love this energy.
Thank you,
want to say because Chaperone has done some costuming as well. And I just want to say that in both instances, the costuming is always extra effort and energy on top of what's already there. Like, I saw Gaga play that song Abracadabra on a piano, like slow goth mode the other day. And I was like, oh, it's just a beautiful song. She can play however she wants. But if she dresses it up and goes real big with it, then it's even more effort and energy, and visually you're in another realm. And I think Chapel does that a lot too. Look at like some of the old festival footages of her as the Statue of Liberty, or even that Tiny Desk one where she did a full like Rococo clown makeup thing that she was kind of doing for a minute. I think both of them stripped down are great. I think Chaperone does have that, like, there's a little Scissor Sisters Take Your Mama Out energy. I'd love to hear her do that version. That's very, like, kind of, the songs are a fun drunk sing-along, too. You know, the participation of the songs, I think, makes them even more fun.
Yeah, there's like, you know, when you hear a song for the first time and it feels as old as the earth?
Yeah.
But you know it's a new song?
Yeah.
That Chaperone has like 5 of those to me.
I think Red Wine Supernova sounds like it could have been written in 1982.
Yeah.
Even with the fun little boppy,
like there's something that really is that, like, she is touching into, and obviously I fucking love Chaperone. Like, I've really intense relationship with her music. But it is like she is pulling objects out of time and space and like creating them in 3D reality.
Yeah. I hate to be comparative to this artist that I talk about all the time, but there's an Elton John quality where he would sort of be like, oh, I pull these melodies out and put them over Bernie Taupin's
because
words.
I feel the exact same thing about Elton John songs.
Where like it just
yes,
flows
they're
easily.
a little bit older culturally for us, but like I didn't see Lion King till I was probably in my teens.
Well, you were living it.
I was living it, but I had the soundtrack, and I have such deep-seated emotional memories of sobbing to that soundtrack and listening to Elton John
before you'd even seen the movie.
Before I had seen the movie, before I had any context of who Elton John was or like anything, to where there was just something so present. Like I see it in my head exactly right now at my house in Kenya, like as real as you or I here. That there's just something magical about both of them.
You know, Mufasa, it takes place in live action, so it looks exactly like you remember Africa. Yeah. You don't want to hear Mads Mikkelsen sing "Bye Bye"? Bye bye.
No, I've heard you sing it.
What about when AJ realized that Snow White wasn't written by the same Lin-Manuel Miranda songwriters?
That was an emotional roller coaster that ended with the longest game of Super Mario Party that anybody. No, that was a different night. That was a different night. That was a completely different.
It was a different night where pizza was left here.
Where
Mario Party was.
You
played.
won Mario Party, but the game went so long there was no joy in that room for you beating AJ.
Oh no, it was just too much. It was too much, and we decided against seeing Snow White. It was crazy how down with Snow White he was for a minute, and I'm really glad we didn't see it because I don't think I would have enjoyed Snow White. I think it would have had the same camp effect as Mamma Mia, but not intentionally. You know what I mean? Like, I know the camp of Mamma Mia, but this looked, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's incredible. Maybe Rachel Zegler really nails the role, and Gal Gadot.
I think she's great. I don't think that Gal Gadot is great.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who will sing Imagine when COVID takes the fall?
I keep having the same conversation with people over and over. I'll go, did you watch Death on the Nile? And they go, yeah, I turned it off as soon as she popped in. And I go, well, if you waited 2 seconds later, Russell Brand would have showed up right after.
Yeah, it's there's a reason to watch the old Hercule Poirot's, old Agatha Christie's versus the new ones. The new ones are fine. Kenneth Branagh's doing his thing,
I
but
kind of like the new ones, to be honest.
they're fun. But I'm saying I
Minus
don't
that
have to run
one.
into Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Her
I
scene
do
in
like the lore
Flash-
that he got his face blown off, and that's why he has a mustache, which I don't know if that was ever a part of the Perot thing.
No,
But it is just really fun to be like, yeah, he's just got a massive gaping wound underneath that mustache of his.
what are you gonna do? You gotta drain it. You gotta drain your wound if you're gonna solve the mystery. I just remember in the Flash when Gal Gadot shows up and has like 2 lines, and it's like she looked miserable to be there, and it was not good, and it was 2 lines. For me to noticeably be like that was bad, and it's 2 lines, that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. We got through with the questions.
No.
Oh wow.
6 without S is 9.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, Roman numerals.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
What was I supposed to say? Something different?
No. No, that was thank you, Heather, for the second pun of the day.
It's at Roman numerals.
Yeah, it's Roman numerals. Oh, what is your favorite snack that's only available in a particular country or city?
I don't know. I've been real into shrimp chips
So
lately.
sorry.
I've been real into shrimp chips. You like shrimp chips?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they got the flavor. They got the flavor
Got that
dust.
snap to them.
I got it. Yeah, they got a snap. They got a pop. It's like a real airy cook.
You
on
know, I
those.
couldn't snap my fingers till like 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that was?
I don't know. I never tried. And then I like made it my tick
Yeah,
to snap.
I love it.
And now I gotta.
Now it's fun to
Yeah.
snap. Boodle-doom. 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 See, it's incredible. We'll just keep doing that all day. What a
Can't
life.
whistle though.
Nothing?
I can snap though.
Should I keep whistling through the whole episode?
Oh, we got those hot ones chips.
Oh yeah, hot chips. Hot chips. They're the hot ones. These I hope he gets paid for these, right? Hot ones chips. Should we whistle with them?
Whistle with them? You want to put 2 chips in and try a whistle?
I don't think you can do that. I think
They're actually spicy.
yeah, they're very spicy.
And then the Pringles started doing the all dressed. I like that the Canadian. I don't know. Let's just get a bunch of Canadian shit.
Yeah, I'm into Canadian, so
support
Canadian
Canadians.
snacks. The all dressed is the best flavor of chip there is, but I will say I need like
The
a
Pringles
real.
is a little subpar.
They're trying their
They're
best,
trying.
and I think they're missing one of the flavors in it. Like all dressed means all the dressings.
Yeah.
I think we need better ketchup chips in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I think ketchup chips should be on top of a shepherd's pie.
Is the ketchup mid in the United States?
Yes.
Yes.
Ketchup is super mid in the U.S. because it's so much sugar and corn syrup, and we don't have the I had the sugar-free ketchup.
It's so good.
Delicious.
So good.
Vinegary.
Yeah. it has a
And the
little bit more
sweetness is the
tart-
tomato, you know?
Yeah.
Tomato's a fruit, folks. You ever just eat tomato paste with a spoon?
No.
Really thick and gritty? Push it out of the tube into your mouth like it's a sour gel. Did you ever get those candies that were just sour gel in a tube?
No.
Can you
I did used to take Kool-Aid packets though. and I
Yeah.
would, wet that into my finger.
But it
dip 'em
didn't
in,
have sugar, did it?
No, it was sour. I like sour.
Oh. Like a fun dip? Oh, I just got a little.
Fun dip, which is sour.
Did you just make. I felt it. I was thinking about doing a little bite of that. Can you still see my black eye? Oh, God. That was See, we didn't get to talk about that last week. If we would have recorded Friday, we would have already talked about that. But now we have like 2 weeks
Your
to talk
eye
about.
is getting less bloodshot too.
That's good. I mean, I watched the match last night on the stream between me and Rico Gonzalez that was here in Atlanta. That day in particular, I just want to tell you, like, I got scammed. 2 black cats walked by me. My suitcase exploded, and I got a big black eye.
Did you ever get the money back from your ship station?
Yes.
Okay.
It took a long time.
Okay.
It was a mess.
Can you, off the podcast, tell me when that was for my own? Because I did make a prediction, and I want to see if I was right.
Yeah, it was a little while ago.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. I need $40 million, or
Yeah.
I'm going to go to federal prison.
Yeah.
But it's it could be worse, right? 3 square meals. I'm going to
3
do
hots
so
in
many
a cot.
push-ups. What?
3 hots and a cot.
3 hots and a cot, and the ESPN's on in the group zone. I'm going to be doing so many push-ups, you won't believe it.
We watched a lot of Castle when I was in jail.
Castle? Mm-hmm. How long were you in jail, Peter?
Over 2 weeks.
What? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. That's incredible. Mm-hmm. What's Castle like?
Not a very good show.
But pretty good if that's all you have in jail, right? Were they watching it for like research purposes or just like it was the only thing they had? It was the only thing that was on. Okay, that's fine. Is there like a channel for that?
The Castle channel. I think it was just like NBC or ABC or whatever.
It was just on.
Yeah,
when you guys were allowed.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize you were such a hardened criminal. This is incredible. Outlaws rule in the world. You thought I was crazy. Just wait till Peter tells you those stories from inside the pen. From deep inside the pen. I would have paid your bail. Just so you know.
Oh, well, I was actually in there illegally.
What?
Yeah. They did. I was like a shadow prisoner to where I wasn't in the system anywhere. It was hyper fucking illegal what they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were just a detained immigrant. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Mm-hmm.
They actually did call immigration on me.
I mean, but like, they have to almost call immigration and be like, you want to see the guy we arrested from Kenya? Look at him. Come over here. Look, didn't you get sunburnt in Kenya? That's how I imagine cops talk. And if you know anything about the bagpipe killer and you're a cop in Decatur County, reach out to us so we can make fun of you, you fucking loser. That's what I got to say about that. It's been a big week. So before I did that, I feel like I had matches the week before. What was I fucking doing? This is the problem is time goes by, and if I don't journal this out immediately, I just forget everything. I forget everything I've done. Oh, wait. How do I not even remember where I was? This is like St. Patrick. Oh my God, yes. Okay, I went to Atlantic City. It's been that long since we talked because last week we didn't talk. Mm-hmm. Went to Atlantic City and I went to Fest in Florida and I defended the belt again, twice. I don't want to come across as gloating in any sense. Oh my God, my little guy. Here, I'll say it to Bebop then so he can get my wrath. I don't want to have to be a gloat about this, okay? But I defeated Slade. I got to the end of the match that was chaos with CJ O'Doyle at Fest. This was my 11th and 12th defenses since January 20th. Like, I hate that I have to even keep bringing this up. And then I wrestled Thursday and got a black eye against Rico Gonzalez a minute into the match and still went 25 minutes and still used chairs and took every fucking move in the book. What are we doing out here? The only time I'm ever reported on is when I say something shady on the podcast, right? Not when I'm hosting the biggest LGBTQ event of all time in wrestling. Not when I'm defending the GCW belt at 10 different promotions so far. Not when I'm collectively holding the indies together with a unifying belt, much like others would wish their belt was, which is non-unifying. And it's exhausting at a certain point to go, they still only care about when I say little snippy quotes. So should I just give them more snippy quotes to report on and then they have to put the additional information at the bottom? Or should I stand by my power and my prowess and believe in myself and just keep doing what I'm doing? And I think it's the second. I think I have to do it. Push a positivity. I'm not going to give them what they want. That was incredible. I think he's done. He just leapt away after I finished my monologue here. So that worked out. You almost knocked everything over, Bebop. You need to go lay down with your sister. You're going crazy. I was real fired up. What is that? You want to come with me? Ugh. Okay, I was real fired up. I'm going to leave him in my lap to do this because he's going to stay. About Mr. Danger. Because he had this huge death match Saturday in Atlantic City against John Wayne Murdoch. It was crazy. It was awesome. And he earned a spot in the TOSX. And I'll say this before I go further. I wake up every day, and this is something that's helped me. I wake up every day and I realize I'm an idiot. Everyone's an idiot, and it includes me. And we're going to do our best, and we're going to try our hardest. And sometimes we say stupid shit incorrectly. And Mr. Danger said something like, I'm the only black African American to do this. And people took that as like deathmatch. And I'm not, this isn't my conversation to have, but they were roasting this poor kid. He's like 23. He's doing deathmatch for the first time. He's fired up. I mean, it's, I guess, his second deathmatch. And he's going to be in this deathmatch tournament. And he was so beat up about it. And I kind of had to pull him to the side and say, listen, and I'm not trying to share our business, but I kind of had to say, listen, you're talking to the number one get caught saying something stupid and have to dig your way out of it. He was to the point where he was like, I'm done with this. I'll do this match here and then I'm done with this shit. And I said, no, listen, then they win. The fact is, you're getting everyone's opinions at once because you're the hot little topic, because you said something stupid, you had a big match, everybody's putting you over, and then you said something stupid. If I had quit every time I said something stupid in wrestling, I would have quit like 9 times. And guess what? You say something stupid and then you go back to doing it. And then the next week, something else stupid happens, or even world news happens and no one cares anymore. And it's so quick how off the topic they will be with this stuff. You know in your heart what is right and what is wrong. And you're going to do your best and you're going to be in TOSX. And maybe you will be the first African-American to win the Tournament of Survival. That would be incredible. But I think your comments were misconstrued, and I get it. But you have to realize half the people that you're taking their opinions in seriously, they're anonymous people behind a brand that just want to take you down because you're doing well. So just take a breath. Everybody take a breath. Everybody let the kid be a kid. Everybody watch Deathmatch, and also stop looking to wrestlers for the best statements of all time. We're not the best at it. Like, we're really good at wrestling, and I think that should be enough. Stop asking our opinions on other things. My opinion changes all the time because my brain keeps getting whacked in. I'm looking back at the match with Rico, and I'm going, it's a fucking Thursday night. My suitcase is broken, and I'm just taking thwacks to the face with a big old boil on the side of my face going, I'm 35 in June. Here's the thing. They're going to talk shit. One time, rightfully so, X-Pac talked shit about me because I was fighting a child, and I was told not to fight a child, and it led to many problems, and I still fought the child, and I lost to the child. But then 3 years later, I found myself, well, 5 years later, 5 years later, I found myself doing commentary with X-Pac. And you know what? Bygones are bygones, and it's put behind us, and it's a different world now. You can't disappear at the first sign of criticism. You can't run from it. You can't not confront it, but you also don't have to give it that much attention. You can just leave it be and do its thing. I think Mr. Danger is going to do great in TOSX. I think he was doing this. He said, I got to do it without my shirt on. I said, brother, I do it in trunks. I said, I'll do deathmatch in trunks. And, you know, my deathmatch wasn't as deathmatch that day, but there was tubes and glass and that sort of shit going on. So, I mean, it does count as that. Show a little skin. Get a little scarage. Let your mind out. I did the Reffing It Up podcast last night before my stream. And Brian Hebner, not a fan of deathmatch, but I kind of was like, listen, it's a magic trick in the same effect that, like, people like watching gladiators knife each other to death for thousands of years in many different forms. We just figured out, like, the body will heal a certain amount, and so we can do this to this level, and it will allow us to heal and still be able to wrestle. It's the most fun, bloodlusty, crazy, wild ride, and the people that do it, I don't think should be giving your local news opinions. Although in this day and age, it may be better to have deathmatch wrestlers read the news because they won't be able to bullshit you. Because, you know, we're doing our best. We're all doing our best out here. I just had to say something about it. Now, that's 3 more title defenses. All of them were done as, well, I guess Slade wasn't a main event, but there was just a lot of glass on that show, and I wasn't going to go any later than that after a bunch of other glass matches where you're rolling around. They can sweep it as much as they want. There's always little pieces in there, you know? So I was like, let me be the first on the table. Let me take that position. I messed up the dates, or the dates got messed up on the flight. So instead of coming back to Atlanta after Atlantic City, I had to fly to Orlando. And I went to Orlando and I went to the gym and I got a rental car, and it actually ended up saving me a bunch of driving time. I would have had to drive 6 hours down and 6 hours back. Instead, I drove 2 hours to Gainesville and then 6 hours back. It worked out really well. We were very busy last week. It was a wild time. We had fun, but we did not record. So we didn't get the recording of that Thursday show, which shout out Chainmail running the show, DWA, Brawl at the Hall 3. I think I'm going to have a match coming up with them again in May. I need to hunker down my dates. But other than that, I'm just kind of like trying to finish this card for Big Gay Brunch. I need to just like, my thing is I get so many different ideas and I keep changing my mind, but I need to just staple something down. I hope to see you all there. What else do we need to cover this week? We had a wild time.
We did have a wild time.
Look, guys, we're trying our best. It's a crazy world out here. It's been very hectic for us. We appreciate your patience and gratitude. And if you're on the Patreon, we're still pumping stuff out on there nonstop. It's going to be great. We've got
I do actually have one more thing, and it's a little bit more on the important tonality end of things. I got a message. Let's see here. Okay, this is from the one and only Dark Chic. Hi, I was listening and wanted to add input. Doves are free if you get them from the Doveman, but if you want them to perform tasks, the Doveman will train them for the cost of a favor.
okay, where do we find the Doveman? And what kind of favors are we trading? Wait a second. I've got to figure this out with Chic. I don't understand. So wait, they're free from the Doveman. We were talking about the doves on here. If you go, so where is the Doveman in a particular spot, or is the Doveman, you have to call him? Does he come to you?
Now, at risk at what's the word for it? At the risk of sounding uninitiated with the realms of the Doveman, I did do a quick Google search just to see if anything Doveman related came up, and I did find a piano-based singer-songwriter named Doveman that has recorded an entire minor key piano covers album of the Footloose soundtrack.
Oh, wow. So this is like a dark journey.
It's not very good, but it's an interesting concept.
I want to say this. I looked up in Atlanta, we can get funeral doves to come. And it looks like, here's one of the reviews, 5 stars. The dove release at my husband's funeral was spellbinding. I think we should get a dove release. Now, do you get the doves back, or is it like a one per release thing?
Gotta talk to the Doveman.
Oh my God, we got to talk to the Doveman. That's a rude text message. That's a very rude text message to receive. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. And if you sign up for the Patreon, it's going to be even better. Weekendateffys.com. We are cruising up the rankings to being the #1 wrestling podcast. We only need 13,000 more reviews, and we're going to be up there. So make sure you put it 5 stars, 5-star classic, and make sure you click follow on the page, I think is what you have to do. So it's in your streamline the whole time of your life. Even if you don't have money, you can do that. And you can follow us at weekendateffys. It's going to be great. I've got to talk to Chic about this Doveman. This is kind of out of control, right?
Yeah.
He's real?
I don't know. It sounds like he could be.
Is he like, Duffman? I'm Duffman. Is he like Duffman but Doveman?
I think that might be somebody else.
I'm Duffman. He's the hero of Duff Beer from The Simpsons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's one of those characters you never forget.